Have you ever had someone in your life you thought was a good friend, only to realize they really weren't there for you when you needed them most? Maybe they let you down once, or you noticed a pattern of one-sided support. Well, today I want to talk about the 7 major types of fake friends to watch out for. You know, those people who seem supportive on the surface, but turn out to be poor friends in the end. I'll explain the telltale signs of each, so you can spot potential fake friendships and avoid wasting time and energy on relationships that aren't reciprocal. My goal is to help you identify unhealthy dynamics so you can focus on nurturing true, fulfilling bonds instead. Sound helpful? If so, give this video a thumbs up and let's dive in. Number 1. Freeloaders. We all know these people. The friends who only come around when they need something from you. They rely on your kindness and generosity, but conveniently disappear when it's time to reciprocate. According to psychologist Dr. Karen Fingerman, freeloaders are friends who primarily value what you can do for them, not the friendship itself. They'll be your best buddy when they need a favor, but can't even return a text when you're in need. The signs of a freeloader friend are pretty clear. They only seem available and helpful when they want something. A ride, free tickets, a place to crash, money to cover their rent. You name it. If it benefits them, they're your new best pal. But the minute you stop offering yourself up, suddenly you don't hear from them anymore. The friendship is merely a means to an end for their own gain. Ever had a friend who was super friendly while trying to get a job hookup from you? Or someone who borrowed money but ghosted you when it was time to repay it? Those are prime examples of freeloader friends. When you realize someone is only using you for your resources or connections, it stings. Healthy friendships are reciprocal. Both people contribute effort and support. But freeloaders operate through a one-way street mentality. Don't waste time on people who only value you for what they can get. Number 2. One-uppers. We've all dealt with those friends who have to one-up everything you say. You share some exciting personal news, and they immediately switch the conversation to brag about their own accomplishments. According to psychology professor Susan Whitbourne, one-uppers feel compelled to compete with others by trying to showcase their superiority. Their behavior serves to diminish your success, while casting the spotlight back on themselves. One-uppers may not even realize their constant need to outdo you stems from inner insecurity. But being on the receiving end of this passive-aggressive competition certainly takes a toll over time. It starts to hurt your self-esteem when your genuine sharing is met with subtle knocks rather than support. Even if the one-upper doesn't intend harm, always turning the conversation to be about their awesomeness over yours feels crummy. Watch out for friends who counter every achievement you mention with something bigger and better they've done. True friends feel confident enough in themselves to let you shine without stealing the attention. Number 3. Drama magnets. We all have that exhausting friend, the drama queen who amplifies even minor issues into epic catastrophes. They seem to thrive on exaggerating normal challenges into extreme emergencies. According to psychologist John Gottman, drama magnets constantly catastrophize situations to get attention. But this comes at the expense of your emotional energy and overall happiness. Drama magnets can make something as simple as a mutual friend being late to dinner seem like a Shakespearean betrayal. You're left feeling drained from their nonstop crises, gossiping, and soap opera antics. Over time, their tendency to make mountains out of molehills can really wear you down. Ever had a friend call crying over normal breakup troubles or school stress like it was a life tragedy? The constant theatrics gets old fast. Sure, we all need to vent now and then, but if you have a friend who breaks down at even minor inconveniences or blows small disagreements out of proportion, beware. They probably crave the drama more than solutions. Limit time with friends who emotionally exhaust you. Save your energy for positive people. Yeah. Number 4. Saboteurs. You know those friends who smile to your face but then subtly undermine or sabotage you? The ones who make backhanded compliments or sow seeds of doubt? Yeah, those are saboteurs. Psychology professor Cheryl Della Sega refers to saboteurs as frenemies. Basically, they pretend to be your friend, but actually harbor jealousy and insecurity. Saboteurs work to minimize your success in order to make themselves look better by comparison. For example, you get a promotion and they say, "Wow, seems like they're just handing out titles these days." See how they disguise an insult as a compliment? Or You proudly announce you're buying a house, and your saboteur friend emphasizes how stressful home ownership can be. They plant worries and doubts to diminish your celebratory moment. Saboteurs also love mentioning your mistakes, weaknesses, and insecurities in front of others. Like, oh yeah, Katie isn't the best cook, so maybe I should make dinner tonight. It comes across as casual, but is meant to publicly undercut you. Their undermining behavior is hard to detect at first because it's cloaked in smiles and passive aggression versus overt meanness. But once you notice the pattern of knocking you down, rather than lifting you up, major red flag. True friends feel confident enough in themselves that they don't feel the need to cut others down. Don't let saboteurs erode your self-esteem. Their behavior is a reflection of their issues, not your worthiness. Number 5. Gossip mongers. We all know someone who seems to thrive on spreading the latest gossip, rumors, and secrets. But what's painful is when it's info you privately entrusted to a friend who betrayed that trust. Psychology professor Frank McAndrew explains people who compulsively gossip often derive pleasure from sharing dramatic personal information, even at the expense of people's trust in them. Basically, they prioritize juicy details over respecting confidences. For example, say you confess to a friend that you're struggling in your marriage after the loss of a child. Then you notice everyone gives you pitying looks at social events. You soon find out your friend has told everyone the painful details you wish to remain private. Having a friend constantly talking behind people's backs or spreading private details feels icky. You realize they'll happily discuss your personal life just like everyone else's. It's best to avoid deep sharing with those who value gossip over dignity. Number 6. Fair weather friends. We've all had fair weather friends, those people who are only present when times are good. As soon as storms roll in and you need support, suddenly these friends are nowhere to be found. According to psychiatrist Robert Rooney, fair weather friends don't have the emotional depth and commitment required for true friendship. They'll gladly hang out and party during happy times, but they lack the investment to stay the course through hard times. For example, a fair weather friend will be totally down for beach trips and brunch. But if you call needing consolation after a bad breakup, don't expect much. Or if you face a health crisis or grieving loss, they uncomfortably avoid you until things stabilize. When you realize someone you counted on lacks the courage or care to be there in tough times, it hurts. Fair weather friends will disappoint you in adversity, not malice. But that doesn't ease the sting of abandonment. Number 7. One-way friendships. You know those friendships where you put endless effort in but get little back in return? Where you listen for hours about their life, yet they can't be bothered to ask about yours? Those are one-way friendships. Counselor Suzanne Digges-White describes one-way friend dynamics as an imbalance where one person does all the giving, while the other does all the taking. Over time, this builds up friendship debt and resentment. The signs are apparent when you realize you're always there for a certain friend, but they rarely reciprocate. You make sacrificing gestures, yet get avoidance and excuses when you express needs. For example, you helped a friend through a stressful job loss by providing support. But when you needed a ride to the airport, suddenly they were too busy to help you. Or you listened and comforted them through a breakup, but they brushed you off when you tried opening up later. One-way friendships leave you emotionally drained and unfulfilled. Don't let guilt or history hold you in a cycle of empty efforts. True friendship is a two-way street. Make sure you're getting as much as you give. Let me know in the comments if this video gave you any aha moments in spotting potential fake friends. And don't forget to like and share if you found it helpful. Together, we can help each other build healthy, fulfilling friendships.